Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode. We are here with Murph today, and I decided to intro this like it was Mic'd Up Savages, but we're here off the cuff. A little bit of a new intro. We have some news. We're gonna have a new Keep Smiling clothing line coming out very soon. Big news, big news. And Garrett Cole made history. Has the most strikeouts through his first 4 games as a Yankee, 39 Ks. Beautiful start to the season for him, but Murph, these past 2 series were quite abysmal. I think the Yankees only taking 1 or 2 games out of
Just
the past
one.
one
Just
in the
one out
past
of the
two
last
series.
six.
They're 3-7 their last 10. This is kind of atrocious. I gotta hear your thoughts on some of this. What's been going on with the Yankees?
Yeah, there's no sugarcoating this, right? This is pretty bad. This is all around bad start for the Yankees. This past 15 games has been abysmal. Even the games we've won haven't felt good, apart from like the Garrett Cole starts. So right now it feels like if Garrett Cole's not starting, we're not winning the game. That's just how it feels right now. Um, and I want to say that I'm like extremely upset, but I kind of predicted this kind of start. Um, I said the rotation was going to come out flat, and so far it's come out flat. And I don't think it's because this rotation's bad. I just think you got to remember 3/5 of this rotation hasn't pitched in over a season, right? You got Kluber, Jameson, and Herman, all who haven't pitched in over a season. So naturally, it's going to be a slow start for them. They're going to need time to get back into the rhythm, get back into pitching on a major league mound. So yeah, I'm not surprised they come out pretty flat. I'm surprised Monty hasn't really been able to find a groove yet. And Cole surprised me, right? I thought he was going to come out a little flat as well, but and by flat I mean like giving up maybe 3 runs a game. Like a Garrett Cole flat is still a very good pitcher, mind you, but
A Garrett Cole flat is like the game against the Blue Jays that he won. They said he was flat, and he threw 6 innings of 1-run ball. That's ace level stuff, man.
yeah. So Garrett Cole's really surprised. We didn't really dominate like all these starts. Like and the fact that we couldn't give him a better performance against the Rays is pretty atrocious. And the reason we only beat the Blue Jays is because Higgy had to put up a 3 spot for us. So I think everything rides with the bats right now. If the bats are flat, the team is flat. The team just feels like it has no energy, no life, and it's concerning, right? Because I thought the rotation was going to be slow, but I thought the offense was going to be able to pick us up for the most part. And right now, that's just not been the case. The offense has not been great. We just can't string together good at bats.
You can't like you said. We need the offense, but I get the starting pitching hasn't played in over a year. Some of them, they're finding their stuff back on the mound, but you know you can't go down 5 runs in the first. You can't go down 4-0. And expect your team to want to play. You got another 8 innings to play. It's going to be a long, long day for the team out in the field. It's a long first inning, a 41-minute first inning. I heard it was the other day, and it's tough. It's tough because now you're getting stiff out there in the field. I'm not trying to make excuses, but you're putting your team again back behind the 8 ball, and you're screwed. The bullpen hasn't been horrible. It's really been just the starting pitching and the offense. So
I think the Pens been pretty solid. I think other than like Ledke and then Nelson's last outing, which by the way, I don't know why we're going with an opener when we have Michael King, who is a starter. Like that just doesn't make sense to
he
me.
came in after him. Why are we just throw him
Yeah,
out there?
just start him at that point, right? Because it's like I get it if you were starting Nelson and Nelson's a lefty and King's a righty, but they're both righties, so you're not stacking the lineup in anybody's favor there. You're just throwing them out there, and Nelson's just gonna get rocked. You're hoping Nelson can get the first 3 guys out, I guess. Um, and I guess that on paper that's a sound strategy, but in reality, it's like let King get out there and do his thing. He literally pitched 6 shutout innings his previous appearance, so let him do it again. And sure enough, yeah, it was a grinder, but he throws 3 shutout, and that's a team that's dogging and in desperate need of zeros from the staff. Finally gets it, but it's like we're already down 3-0 at that point.
Yeah, I really do think if we throw up zeros, the offense will figure it out. You just got to give them time to figure it out, not put them behind the freaking 8 ball. And certain hitters, man, like Torres.
Torres, Clint has been just making me want to pull my hair out as approaches, dude. He's watching fastballs down the pipe, dude. They're like right there, middle. Like And he's even admitted, I just can't find the fastball right now. It's like, I appreciate your honesty, but don't be admitting that out loud, Like, especially, you got guys like Glasnow who can light up the strike zone throwing 98. So if you can't find a fastball about 92, what are we doing? So
He's
he's
gonna
just
have a
one too
field
much.
day with you, and he don't care. He will save his off speed and his arm by just throwing the fastballs right down the middle to you.
Yeah,
He don't
I mean,
care.
and that's most pitchers. If you look, most pitchers like 0-2 count, they're just going to throw the fastball, and they're not even afraid to throw it in middle, right? Because we're not. First of all, we're not swinging at them, and when we do swing at them, we're not putting a good swing on them, so they're not doing anything, right? They're in most of these cases, we're grounding out. What are we tied for the most ground out double plays in the league?
Yep.
We have like the 27th ranked offense, right?
Right next, the ground ball ratio is right next to the Padres, but the Padres are actually winning games.
Yeah, that's the difference. They still they still get hits, they still produce runs, and they still have a pitching staff that's going out there and throwing no-nos.
Yeah.
So
it's very tough to watch. And you mentioned like the Higashioka, like he had to put like if we play that game over, he is not putting up a 3 spot. Like that's he has like about 3 games a year where he does that, I'm gonna say. And that was
all against Toronto.
And they will all be against Toronto, but that's not gonna happen again for at least another 2 months where he has an offensive display that way. He never was an offensive player. He's a defensive specialist. He's Garrett Cole's catcher. Now that Gary got his batter's interference off his hand, catcher's interference off his hand, he's going to be.
I don't think it was interference. I think it was just a foul ball.
Foul ball, whatever it may be. Mm-hmm. But, now that he's not hurt, he's hurt. Now you have an excuse to throw him out there for Garrett Cole. And,
at this point, just say he's the personal catcher. I don't know why we're trying to dance around and be like, no, we're just giving Gary some rest, right? Like the plan was to probably sit him anyways, regardless. Yeah. So I don't know why we're trying to
piss off enough with these changes to the lineup and these blasphemous crap that they've been doing to the Yankees pitching staff and the bullpen and calling up these guys in and out. Like just stick to the plan. You gotta let them rock. Some of these players.
Yeah, I think King is one of those guys who let rock, right? He's been our best pitcher, not named Garrett Cole so far, and they keep auctioning him to the open. It's like, give him a start. I mean, at this point, like, Herman's still not back. Who's pitching tomorrow? Do you know? You have any idea?
Let me check real quick. We have...
I think it's Kluber, right?
It's to be determined tomorrow.
I'd imagine it's going to be Kluber. And then...
It's Kluber versus Morton. And then we have Anderson on Wednesday, who lit us up last year, so that should be fun to watch. Nice. But he's not having a good year, but we'll see. That is in the Bronx.
Mm-hmm. Which right now makes zero difference. We got swept by the Rays in the Bronx. I was giving Rays, gotta give Rays the credit though. Their batters are being aggressive despite how poor their offense is also ranked, and they just don't care. They're just going out and doing their thing. They're being aggressive. They got a ton of Yankee killers at this point, right? Joey Wendell's a Yankee killer at this point. Rosarena, Adames, who I think is a terrible offensive shortstop, is raking against us.
Like all these
Kiermaier, Choi.
All these players that are supposed to be like 250 hitters, not even, are hitting like 316 off of us, 315 off of us, And now before I was being generous saying 3-7. We're 2-8 in our last 10. Our run differential is -9, and we started the year off very not hot, but scoring runs. And the Red Sox are in first place, and they I'm sorry, but the way Seattle's in first place, Royals are in first place, and Boston's in first place. If you were to tell me at the end of fucking April that those 3 teams were going to be in first place, I would have said you're on crack. But whoever bet that for April has made a lot of money. Because
so far,
I don't
a little
think
bit of baseball
left.
left.
Be that good. I'm sorry. I think
I don't think they're that good either. I think the only thing saving them is their offense. I think they have a really good offense. I think JD's starting to really tear the cover off the ball again. Other than that, their rotation is still suspect. I wouldn't put much stock in their rotation at all. If Evaldi's not pitching, they should be worried. Their pen is still pretty suspect. I think they're just getting lucky and playing the Orioles which helps a lot. Like even we can at least beat the Orioles. Thank God for that. But yeah, so far Toronto and Tampa have just really had our number, and they're just stacked with quote unquote Yankee killers, right? Like Bo Bichette just having our number, Tellez having our number apparently, because he was hitless, and then we play him and he goes, "Hey, I can hit again," and drives in crucial runs for them. Jansen, who is a 160 hitter, 130 hitter, can somehow hit 400 against us.
Yes. And
Just
you see the guy from the Bronx, Joshua Palacios,
yeah,
going 4 for 4 off of us.
yeah.
Like, you got, if
And it gets to the point where you can't just say these guys are Yankee killers. You can just say we're bad and they're just hitting.
yeah,
Like,
is this the point that we say we're just bad right now? Are we just bad right now?
no, we're bad right now. Yeah, we're terrible. Like we can't do anything right. We can't even play defense right. Hicks just costing Garrett Cole a run or two, playing some pretty bad defense. Clint somehow missing second base, allowing what's his face to advance to second in that last game with Garrett Cole. Yeah, just I think Booney said it best. Like if you're not banging, right? If you're not hitting home runs, you're not getting runs, you have to do the little things right. You have to catch the ball, field the ball, throw the ball, and run the bases properly. And we can't even do that, dude. We can't even do the little things right. Um, we're not stringing together any good at bats. And I think, again, I said it last video, but I think our approaches are terrible. As it shows, we're watching way too many fastballs down the middle of the plate.
We have like 9 hits in the past 3 games. That's like you're literally averaging 3 hits a game. You're not going to win a ball game on 3 hits, And I'm going to shed a little light here. Just go back to Garrett Cole real quick. 4 games, 24.2 innings pitched, 17 hits allowed, 6 runs, 5 earned, 3 walks, and 39 Ks. Just putting that out there. We're very happy with this start. But back to the crap. Do you see if this goes into May, late May, does Boone still have a spot here?
Yeah,
or do the
Yankees
make a trade?
They're not going to fire Boone. I'd be really surprised if they made any trade. I would be concerned. I'd be way more concerned if this happens in May. Because if you look historically, the Yankees have always gone off to a pretty slow start in April. Not this slow. Since I think they said since 1997, the Yankees haven't had this bad of a start. So it clearly hasn't been this bad, but it's been bad. April's never been our month. May, on the other hand, has definitely been the month where we kind of step it up and start, taking control of the division. So if we go into May and there's not there's not a difference, right? If the team doesn't have more energy, we're not winning more ball games, then I'd probably be a little bit more concerned, right? Because you can argue, yeah, you still have probably 100 games left after May, but at that point, it gets to the point where you're digging yourself too far in a hole, right? And this team needs momentum and needs energy. And so if we go into May and we have a bad May, then I might be worried. I'd probably be a lot more worried, actually.
Do you think Voit the answer right now to this offense, the spark plug that he was when he first came to the team? Do you think as soon as he comes back, is he just going to light it up? I'm hoping.
I'm praying. That's the only thing we got at this point is that he can somehow come back and wake this team up. But the problem is he's not coming back till May. So there's no one out there who's going to save us. Jay Bruce retired because he even recognized that he just wasn't doing it, right? He wasn't capable of getting hits, and part of it's because of the shift, right? He just can't go oppo, and teams are just going to play a heavy shift on him. So hit the balls that should arguably be hits right to a second baseman playing as the 4th outfielder. So there's just no shot. And so he retired, which, not to be disrespectful, but I'm thankful for, right? Because at this point, it's he was kind of just wasting a roster space. We couldn't designate him, and that's what was going to happen eventually. But yeah, it's just finally we could put DJ at first. Odor hasn't been much better, mind you.
Yeah.
He's been it's been essentially the shyness of turns in that case. Who's hitting slightly better? Who could play slightly better defense? And even then, Odor is costing us a double play, an inning-ending double play. So, I don't know, bro. It's been rough. We can't play defense, can't hit, can't pitch, unless you're the Pen and or Garrett Cole.
Yeah. I'm not the Pen this year. I have not been mad. The one game with Chad Green, fluke. I'm sorry. That didn't even look like he got a good piece of it, To be quite honest, it looked like his swing just looked like he like didn't get all of it, but it carried.
You're talking about Bichette?
Yeah, Bichette's walk off. To
Yeah.
me, like from the angle that the camera was, it didn't look like he got the whole barrel on it. But he hit it out. What he
I mean, Bichette was just on fire that series, bro. It's just one of those things where, like, it was his day. Judgy had 2 home runs and he answered them, and then
it's
some.
gonna find it. Keep on hitting him, it'll find over the wall. But and then Bruce said that he retired, and they compared his OPS to Hicks's OPS, and he's 10 points. Hicks is 10 points higher than him. So Hicks, figure it the fuck out, please. I'm sorry for using the language, but
Hicks, Clint.
Yeah.
Like,
if you're gonna be the one switch hitter in the lineup who's gonna go get walks, at least do one thing. And if you can't do that, at least field the ball.
Yeah, I need something, bro.
Do something.
You can't be sucking on both sides, bro. I can't be having you flubbing routine ground balls to you in the outfield. We just can't be doing that, right? I don't know, bro. I hate him in the 3 spot. I think that just needs to end. That needs to stop. So far, my favorite lineup this year has been where we put Torres in the 3 spot. What was it? Hicks in the 6 spot, or was he in the 5th? I can't remember. 6. That's been my favorite lineup so far. Yeah, I don't know, dude. It's just because Judgy needs protection, right? Like, he needs help in that lineup because they're just gonna pitch around him. But Kleber has been hitting anything, bro. Like, he hasn't hit a home run. He's got like 1 RBI, right? So
he has 51 at bats. He's hitting like 196, and he's got one RBI. The man, he's swinging at pitches down the middle. He's making contact with them, but he's not even putting the ball in play. Like he's like fouling shit off that are like right down the middle. He's K'ing up, and he's like flying out to the infield. Like, I'm tired of
I would rather watch that than watch Clint Frazier walk up to the dish and take 3 down the middle of the plate and not even swing. It's not even like he's taking them and missing them. He's not even swinging. He doesn't even recognize that it's a fastball, right? He's sitting there watching it, and it goes down the middle, and he goes, yikes. And then he has to walk back to the dugout.
This is the opportunity that he wanted, dude. He's finally getting it, and you're not making the most of it. And you quite frankly, you're pissing everyone off while you're doing it too, because it's not like you're lining out, you're not getting on base, and or you're getting on base, you're working the counts. You are like just looking.
Yeah, I just think the guys need to be more aggressive, right? I'd rather see guys walk up there and strike out on 3 pitches, swinging out their asses, than see what I'm saying, which is swing at a slider that like dips out of the zone, not even close to being a strike, and then watching a fastball down the middle, because we just don't recognize the fastball. We're not swinging at fastballs this year. I don't know. It just needs to stop.
Yeah. Torres, though, is he shy?
He needs to play second. Okay. Gio needs to play short, and eventually we need to put DJ at third. That's what it needs to come down to. I just don't think he can play short. I think if he goes back to his more comfortable position, he'll be more comfortable and he'll be able to focus more on his at bats. And I think that's just way better, because I think even when let's say Voit comes back, right? I don't want DJ playing second, because I think DJ's way too slow on the double play balls. I think he and Torres are just way too awkward and way too slow. I think if Gio plays short and Torres can get second, I think that becomes a lot cleaner and a lot better, the double plays. That was an issue last year to me, was the double play ball was just so weird. And I think Gio's a better shortstop. Mm-hmm. He's got the range. He's got the athleticism, the arm.
Yeah. I mean, I do think that you put Torres, like you said, put him back at second. I think a lot of things are going to change, at least for him. He'll start hitting the ball. He'll be comfortable.
But they're not going to do that. They're hard-headed.
Force him into that, and then they're next year they're just going to go and sign Trevor Story or something, and then
maybe even a Seager. I think a Seager would probably be arguably a better sign for us, because he's a lefty.
Lefty bat, yeah.
But I don't know if the Dodgers would let him go. That's the question.
I would love to see Seager in a Yankee uniform. I
think he'd be our answer.
He would be our answer, and possibly another spark to this team.
Would the Dodgers even be able to afford him? Probably not, right?
They can afford anyone they want. They don't.
Yeah, but you got to think, they still got Kershaw to re-sign. They got a couple guys they have to re-sign. Because you got to think Seager's going to ask for like 30 mil a year.
Yeah, easy.
Are they going to be able to afford another 30 mil contract on top of also having to re-sign Kershaw?
And they're
probably going to ask for like 20 something.
Yeah, low 20s they may ask.
And they already have Bauer who's 40, and then they have Betts who's like what, high 30s.
Is Bueller?
They still got Price. I think. Is Bueller signed? I don't even know. Is Bueller free agent?
Is he maybe?
I know they got a couple free agents coming up. That's why I think it might be really possible to go out and get Seager.
Yeah, I don't see anyone else making a splash for Seager or wanting to make a splash for Seager. He could just, could have had that one postseason, but I do believe him at short in Yankee Stadium pinstripes would be quite the sight for baseball
fans. Might be
fans.
The answer, bro.
But I am not looking forward to this series versus the Braves and Acuna letting the Yankees know what's up, because that has never ended well for us.
Yeah, not great. Oh, Jansen's a free agent. Kershaw's a free agent. Pollock's a free agent. Kelly, Taylor, Knievel.
Knievel,
Yep. Corey Knievel.
Mm-hmm.
Those are really the only notable ones. But they have quite a few free agents. And Bauer can potentially opt out if he wanted to.
If he left them too after all that and they can't sign him, I don't think he's going to leave, though.
No, Bauer was not going to leave after 1 year. But yeah, I just think if they're picking and choosing, they're going to re-sign Kershaw before they bring back Seager.
Yeah, because he's that lifetime Dodger that they need, the Kershaw. But I'm just worried for Torres. I like Torres a lot, man. But
I do too. But if things continue, All-Star break, we might need a move for Story at All-Star break. I don't know if that happened again, because I'm thinking of the mindset of the Yankees. And the Yankees are really stubborn, and they don't like to make big flashy moves, big flashy trades. They do, but they don't, right? They don't when it requires potentially giving up on a young gun like Gleyber Torres. They think Gleyber is the answer. They think he's the guy. I don't know if they're ready to give up on him. I don't think at the All-Star break, unless he's like hitting below 200, I don't think they're gonna move him.
Mm-hmm. This is a fact that if we were to trade him to a team like Colorado, that wouldn't affect us in any way.
No.
So I hate to say it, but I'm kind of comfortable if they're going to trade him to there, because
in a perfect world they don't trade Gleyber, but I think if it came down to it, and we're looking at like the difference between winning a ring with Gleyber at short and without Gleyber at short, I think we got to do it. I think it's just
I'm
one
taking
of those
the
things. I just think the Yankees got to do it, right? Because I don't see how Gleyber is the solution at short right now. I just can't see it. I think we have too many suspect guys on defense. Yeah, I don't know. They need to do something.
Jason Dominguez needs to grow up really quick. That's all I got to say. And, Estevan Florial, where has he been? I wouldn't have minded him over Hicks, just to see someone else out there. Because if Hicks is going to mess up, I'd rather just watch Florial mess up out there. But the Yankees aren't going to do that.
No, they're not going to do that.
So damn annoying. Very frustrated, man.
Yeah, it's you can only hope it's going to get better. I think it's going to get better. As long as the boys can at least get around 500 by the end of April, I'll be okay with the result of this month. The important part is May. I think the Yankees just hate April, and hopefully May is our month that we can step it up. If not, then
heat up.
I'd probably be concerned.
Weather needs to heat up, and I think the Yankees have always been that team that, as the weather gets hot, they get hot. So I'm just gonna. I hope it's just that. I'm banking on that.
Hopefully, it's just some extra rust that needs to go away.
Is Gary okay? I haven't heard anything on him.
Gary? Yeah, you said he wanted to play the next day, but obviously the Yankees being the Yankees aren't going to do that. The Yankees are the only team, I think, in the MLB where you look at guys, Giancarlo Stanton, a DH, maybe gets 15 swings a game, needs to rest every 5 days.
Yeah.
That just doesn't make sense. In any other team, he'd be playing 162 games unless he was hurt, right? There's just no reason to sit a DH. He's DHing for a reason.
Yeah. We have Atlanta, then we have Cleveland, then we have Baltimore to finish off the month. So that's not a bad.
It's not great. It's not great because we're looking at Cleveland. Cleveland's got some boys who carve us up. Atlanta, we got a chance, but their offense is pretty explosive. Right now, Cleveland doesn't have an explosive offense, but their pitching will carve us up pretty good.
We could beat Plesac. We could beat Plesac and Savale. Savale is really good though.
Savale's been pitching really good. Plesac is kind of hit or miss. But if we have to face Shane Bieber, I tell you what, it's not going to be. He's going to show us why he won the Triple Crown last year. I'll tell you that.
and we had our fun with him in the playoffs.
Yeah.
He's going to get us back for this year if we got to.
Yeah, he's dropping at least 12 Ks on us. That's my prediction. At least 12 Ks in like 7 innings flawless baseball.
He's already at like 48 strikeouts, 40 something strikeouts, 42 or something like that.
I tell you what. Cleveland can develop some dogs over there.
48 Ks in 4 starts.
God, they can develop some dogs over there.
Clevenger, Bauer, they developed. You got Savale's a stud. Plesac, Carrasco.
Shane Bieber, who came, my night came out of nowhere, right? Did you think Shane Bieber was this good prior to 2020?
No, I did not.
No,
he was just a name. He was just a name.
He was okay, right? He wasn't bad by any means, but he wasn't like ace of the staff, Triple Crown winner, Cy Young winner. Yeah, I'm that guy.
Not at all, dude.
No. So Cleveland's been developing some dogs over there, and they just continuously do it. Can we send over Jameson and Kluber for a couple games? Just send them over to Cleveland and just be like, hey, polish these guys up for us. Monty too.
Send them to the alternate side of Cleveland. Alternate side of Cleveland.
Can we send them there and then they polish them up and send them back? That'd be great.
I'll pay a solid buck for that, dude. Before this is off the cuff. I'm going a little off topic, but the freaking Brewers pitching staff is pitching to like a .67 ERA.
They're also filthy out of nowhere. I knew Woodruff was good.
Burns
was solid. Didn't think they had too many other guys.
Freddie Peralta.
Now they're
out of nowhere.
Works. Bro, is it like I don't get it? Do the Yankees just break pitchers?
Or do they not care about pitching? They don't even talk.
I mean, they got Matt Blake. Clearly that's not the case because Garrett Cole preaches pitching in there, right? They got the gas station in there, right? Is that just where they go get snacks? I don't know. Is that they just got like a little snack room instead of? I don't know. I don't know what to do. I feel like every time we get a pitcher, he's just meh. And every time like the Rays or Cleveland or the Astros get a pitcher, they turn him into like a stud.
And like, dude, what pisses me off is we started the year we're talking about the Padres and we're like, no, they got Joe Musgrove, he's ass, 0.7 ERA, freaking no hitter. He's 24 strikeouts and like 3 starts. He's tearing it up.
I literally, when I saw the Padres, I was like, I don't know why they did this. I just don't. It's not even that like I thought Musgrove was like horrible, but I didn't think he was really that good.
Yeah,
and now he's sitting here carving dudes up, throwing no-nos.
Throwing like 97.
And we're sitting here twiddling our thumbs like Jameson's going to bust out. Don't worry. Jameson's going to be good.
Hey, I truly believe.
I think so too, for the record. Like I said.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't think he has it in the tank.
I'm still a believer. I think Kluber can get it back. I think his velocities, if you saw, has been ticking up. I think here's why I give Jameson more leeway, and I think people have to realize this. The dude has had 2 Tommy John surgeries. Mm-hmm. He's missed 2 full seasons of baseball. And then he comes back and he has to completely change everything about his pitching. He's changed his delivery. He's changed his pitch repertoire. He used to be a 2-seamer, I think a 2-seamer and a sinker or a splitter type of pitcher. Now he's throwing fastballs and cutters, right? He's completely changed everything about his game because he's had to, right? He's had 2 Tommy Johns, and clearly the way he's been pitching before isn't going to work. So his stuff isn't back to par. He's even admitted my velocity is not the same. is slowly getting better, but so far it's not been the same. So I think we have to give him a little bit more time before we can just be like, it's not working. But overall, it's not working.
Right?
Nothing's working. Nothing's working. Unless you're Michael King or Garrett Cole, I'm just sitting there like.
Hey, and if you would have told me at the beginning of the year that Michael King would have been the guy that I wasn't going to pull my hair out watching, I mean, Yankee bullpen, fine, you know.
Yeah, other than Lecky.
They've literally only blown one game this year.
Lecky, they need to let go. I don't know why Brooke Kriski's up.
Bro, he's nasty.
I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that.
Those
are the two guys. Literally, the two guys. If you get rid of them tomorrow, I think our bullpen's 10 times better. I think you bring up Michael King, and you need to bring up my boy Debbie Garcia. I don't know what we're doing. I don't know why we're playing around with this BS dude. He needs to get. Maybe he's the spark plug. Maybe he get little Debbie, little Pedro comes up, and he throws up some zeros for a solid 7 innings.
Where has he been? Why is he not pitching? You send down Herman, call him up. I don't care if we're going with the 4-man, 5-man. I don't know. Whatever it may be, call him up. Do something, please. Yeah, Stop calling up Brooks Kriski, that trash can. He can go along in Detroit, play with Matt Boyd. Trash can. I can't even say that because Detroit has I think you have a higher winning percentage than us.
They definitely do. Probably.
They do. They're 6-10. We're 5-10.
Awesome. Great to hear it. Glad that we just suck.
We own the worst record in the AL, and we're still here talking about it. Well, Murph.
Hopefully May's better.
You have any closing remarks?
Swing the bat, catch the ball, throw the ball with accuracy. If your name's not Garrett Cole, step it the fuck up.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
All right. Well, Murph, thank you for joining me on this beautiful Monday in April. Hopefully April ends quick for the Yankees. I just got this awesome shirt from Rotowear for $8. Go check them out. I'll put them in the link below. Sponsor us. If you see this, you're never gonna see it.
No.
Thank you all for watching. See you all in the next one. Let's go Yankees.